Aloha, beautifuls. Welcome to the Woman Unleashed online retreat. My name is Amber Quile Marlena Benici, and we are here taking our time to chill out, to nurture, to align within with what's most important so we can have like a rockin' new year. We're doing New Year's resolutions the feminine way, la da da, by instead of beating ourselves up for what's not working, actually celebrating, tuning in, nurturing and nourishing ourselves so we can step into this new year refreshed and inspired. Now today we're gonna talk about beauty, but we're coming out from a totally different perspective. And I'm excited to go there today. But before we do, I wanna make sure that you have your materials, you're ready to roll, okay? So first of all, just make sure you have your journal, pens for any note taking. I'm using my Tombow markers today. And then for our session, we have a couple things that you need. One is, got two different necklaces from your closet. Mine are loud, if you can hear them. Something with pattern with, or something with patterns on it, so it can be a shirt or whatever. I've got scarves here. Something in the red category. I think, Anahita, what did you say? It was like red, orange, pink, purple? Yeah. And then something the color of your hair. This is obviously going to change. If you have blonde hair, it would be a different color for you. And then something black. And last but not least, a picture of nature, something nature. So it can be in a magazine. I'm going with a magazine today. Ooh. Or it can be, you know, a picture you have lying around, something like that. So before we dive in, and I get to introduce you to Anahita, let's take our breaths and get present, all right? So first, close your eyes with me and just notice if there's anything from before this session that's on your mind. Let's inhale in, exhale and release. Noticing now if there's anything in the future that you're worried about. It's pulling you from this moment. Inhale in, exhale and release. And third and final breath, smelling this moment together. And release. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And we get to begin. So let me tell you a little bit about Anahita, who is our guide today. So Anahita is a modern day priestess. She's a healer and she's a medicine woman. And yes, we're talking about beauty here. So her work is really, she has over 20 years of study, like with mystics, master teachers, shamans. She's done her own social, research, her own teaching, and kind of all of her work combines all this stuff. She was born during the Islamic Revolution of Iran. And our first 13 years were like filled with culture and storytelling, and then living through illness as well as surviving trauma. So she has quite a personal story. We're not gonna get too much into that. She has a book though that you can read about this, some of her story. And then she's a feminine leadership and empowerment coach. So as she does that, she really works with you, women who are ready to awaken their true beauty. Okay, and unleash the force of nature within. And so we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. She's a credentialed coach, she's a spiritual counselor, creator of Beauty Unleashed, great name, right folks? And Embodied Essence. So Anahita, welcome sister.
Yay, thank you my love. I'm so excited to be here and be here with all the sisters around the globe. I'm so excited to give to you and serve you and have a really good time together.
I know, I'm super pumped up. So I was thinking about, before, every time I bring a speaker on, there's like some reason they come. There's like something that pulls me towards them. And Anahita and I, we have a business coach, right, that we work together with. And like when we first met each other, we're like, oh, like it was like, we're the same people. Like, I love you, like, ah. And this last time we were together in September, and we were talking, and she was talking about true beauty and essence and stuff. And, we've had people on before who talk about style and kind of stuff. And so we're going to go that way, but we're just kind of flipping on its head a bit, totally Woman Unleashed style, to really look at beauty from a different perspective. So Anahita, I'm really excited to take that journey with you. So, woohoo.
Yay, Me too. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor. And like I said, I'm so excited. I want to give a little disclaimer. You know me, Amber. My hair is more like yours, but even bigger. And so I just want to say, if you guys see me fussing with my hair, please forgive me, because it's like, I'm living in Colorado where my curls don't know what to do. So I'm wearing my hair straight, which is very weird. So if you see me fussing, just forgive me. My intention is to be totally present with you, and I am, but it's a little like wispy and itching my face. So I wanted to just get that out of the way.
Yeah, you know what? When I get my hair done, I go to the hairstylist, and whenever I get my hair cut, she always straightens it for me, right? And so it's like for those couple days, I'm like, you know, I'm always touching my hair, because it's like she's so soft and smooth and so different than my bushiness.
Well, I love your mane, and I love my mane, and it's like this weather right now is just not allowing me to have my mane. Like the curls are going straight. So anyway, yeah, so that's what's happening.
Yeah, so where are we going to dive in? Let's talk about beauty, but from I know you got a different perspective on it. So tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
I'm excited to be with you. So I have some notes because we have a limited time. This, you know, sometimes I teach this and it's like 3 hours. So I'm going to be looking at my notes. So what I am really excited to share with you guys is authentic beauty. And to me, authentic beauty is really just allowing, when each of us allows the light within to shine through. So for me, inner beauty and outer beauty are not that different. Unfortunately, the way that the culture is set up, society is set up, the way propaganda and programming is, it's saying like inner beauty is your kindness, your sweetness, your generosity, and outer beauty is you looking like some idealized image of beauty. And my goal here is really to unplug you from anything that says there is one way to be beautiful, that there is one face to beauty, or there's 2 or 3 faces to beauty, and have you be able to see things for what they are, which is see yourself for what you are. And there's so much available there, so I'm really excited. I do want to say this. So I am an idealist, so you'll hear that coming through here a little bit, which is basically to me it means that I do believe all things are working together for my good, and I believe all things are working together for your good. And so that means also that Mother Nature doesn't make mistakes, and she did not make a mistake with you, and she didn't make a mistake with me. And I actually, even more than that, I believe that her love is literally expressed in the shape of your nose and the color of your eyes. And I believe that we are such an intrinsic part of nature. Like we are her, we are her. And so when we get to actually see ourselves the way that we see nature, we can have a radical shift. And I'm just laying the groundwork here because I'm really going to be, in a little bit, inviting you to see yourself with new eyes. And that requires that you be willing to see yourself the way that you see nature. And remember that she is loving you all over the place. Like those little like curls that Amber has, like Amber, you have like around your face, like that is like that's communication. Like that I receive from that information, vibrational information about who Amber is and her creativity and a little bit of like her wildness and her like, you know, her pull towards those aspects of herself. But if she did go around straightening her hair every day like I have today, that would just be something that the communication wouldn't be there as much. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's like when you're in nature, pristine, untouched nature, and then when you experience very manicured nature. Both beautiful and different, right? They have a different quality, they have a different medicine. And so I am all for like adorning and celebrating, and definitely invite you to be in your divine feminine self and get dressed and not live in like, you know, yoga pants and a t-shirt all the time. But it's really important to see the essence, right? See the untouched as beautiful before we start putting stuff on top of it.
I love that. So how do we, here's the question really, is like, I've grown up, you know, we've all grown up with a certain messaging, in a certain way. So how do we start shifting that? You know, it's like I hear you saying that Mother Nature doesn't make mistakes. I'm like, okay, yeah. So how do we start shifting that to start to look at us in a different way? I think we're gonna do some fun things today, right?
Yeah, we are gonna do that. And the first place is recognizing the programming, right? You're saying it's like we have to acknowledge that none of us have been taught how to see ourselves. Your mother, chances are, did not know how to see herself, not her authentic beauty. I mean, every woman that I talk to from like all over the world, it's like, my mother said, oh, you got the like family nose, or, oh, you got the curse of the booty, or like the mothers, the programming is like, it's not just from the society, it's our mothers, it's the wounding that's been passed down that's always said, like, you're not enough. You're not enough. Like your beauty isn't enough. Your womanness is not enough the way that it is. So that is the first place to acknowledge. And then we're going to learn to see things vibrationally. And so here's the thing, right? I want to teach you how to see so that then you can apply that to yourself. And we all hopefully know this here together, right? I know everything is vibration, right? Light is vibration. Sound is vibration. Color is vibration. So there is a vibration, and I know that, you know, you're an artist and a painter, and you probably have a lot of artists in your community who are used to working with color. So there is a vibration to color, and that goes with, there is a vibration to the pigment of your natural hair, your natural skin tone, your natural eye color. And this is what I call the sacred triad. So the sacred triad of your hair, skin, and eyes is what you want to harmonize with. So if everything is vibration, if I wear things that harmonize with my natural frequency between my hair, skin, and eyes, I am naturally going to become more visible. First and foremost, I'm going to become more visible to myself. So then that lands you in your body a little bit, and like, as you exhale, as you begin to see yourself, and then we get to play with, now how do you project this out into the world? Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm totally with you. And I'm like, all right, sacred triad, hair, skin, and eyes. All right.
I know I know you're excited to like get into the colors, but it's I need to teach you like
no, it's perfect. I mean, I actually haven't heard about the sacred triad before, the hair, skin, and eyes. And I'm already thinking like, oh, well, that makes sense when I'm thinking about different things I wear and what works well, what doesn't work well based on that. So that's, I'm looking at things from a different perspective here, Anahita.
Yay. Well, here's the thing, right? I had everyone bring your hair color. And that's a lot of times, like someone will wear something and they say, well, this is just perfect for my eye color. And here's the thing. So like when I work with 3,500 colors and a system of 3,500 fabric swatches. And so there could be a shade that goes with your eye color, but completely clashes with your skin and your hair. Or there could be a slightly different tone of that color that reflects your eye color, but also harmonizes with your hair and your skin. So that's the fine line. I'm going to try to teach you. So everything has to go with everything, right? And the beauty of this is the beauty of it, is that once you do the whole thing, like let's say I work with someone and they have a whole new wardrobe that is based on the sacred triad, then everything in the wardrobe goes with everything. Because you go with yourself. Like you go with you, and we've built the whole thing to go with your hair, skin, and eyes, with the sacred geometry of your face and the shapes of your curls, and like, then it's just endless. Somebody said to me the other day, so it's like a really giant capsule wardrobe or something, which I'd never heard of, but it's like from before I lived in America. But I think your people will know about it.
I've never heard of capsule wardrobe, but I think it'd be, I just love the idea of like everything in your closet going together. It's like, think about how much time you spend like trying to figure out what you're going to wear. It's like, oh, you just pick out whatever and it goes together. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see. That's like so Mother Nature doesn't make mistakes. And the sacred triad, the vibrational connection between the pigment of your hair, skin, and eyes And then we want to look for aliveness. So when I am working with the 3,500 colors, and I work remotely and in person, when it's like, how do we know if something works or doesn't work? Well, we're looking for aliveness. We are looking for what brings the energy towards your face, rather than take away from it, rather than compete with your natural beauty. A lot of times, this one statement people tell me like changes their lives. Even if they've just seen me speak one time, they're like, you said that thing and I have never forgot it. And it's like, when someone sees you and they go, that's such a beautiful dress. And it's like, well, are you seeing me? Or are you seeing the dress? What are you seeing? Because ideally you want the dress to be enhancing your natural beauty, making you come alive, because you're the thing that we need. Like, we need your medicine, not the medicine of the dress, right?
I love this. I just have to say that I was cracking up thinking about what I was going to wear for our interview, because I'm like, oh shoot, Anahita's going to be teaching about what to wear, and I'm probably going to wear the wrong thing when we sit down. So I'm like, you're listening, you're talking like, oh shoot, is this drawing me in or drawing me out? I don't even know.
Are you thinking that? Well, I can definitely use you as an example if you want.
Oh,
you brought your clothes, right? That's the whole bit here. So let's see, how are we doing with what I've shared so far?
I think great. So we talked about first recognizing our programming and really looking at that Mother Nature doesn't lie. We've talked about now we're in the phase of seeing vibrationally. So we've talked about the sacred tide of hair, skin, and eyes, and then looking for aliveness, moving energy towards you, as opposed to your face in particular. You said, yeah, energy towards your face instead of like whatever else is going on. I don't know if I can get my husband to like look at my face all the time. He loves checking out my boobs, but
yeah, he's allowed to do that. He is allowed to do that. But oh my God, my husband is so on board with his colors and his whole thing. Like one day, it was like after, months and months of me, buying stuff for him and him being like, really? And then like that, I don't like that color. And then one day he like went out shopping on his own, and he was like in the Coach store trying a jacket. And it was so funny. It was so cute. He called me and he goes, oh my God, I see it. I see myself. I see myself in a new way. And this is like, he's a very evolved man. And he just kind of been like, I don't like these colors, you keep buying me. And then it was like, thank you for bringing this into my life. I was like, honey, that's so sweet.
oh, that's the best when you feel appreciated. I love it. I love it. I just think it's such an interesting, we're just turning stuff on its head a little bit, thinking about wearing stuff that pulls people towards your face as opposed to just clothes that are beautiful. It's really interesting. Or even for me before, clothes that have felt good for me to like that feel good colors, or different colors. I feel different emotions. Like I've connected my wardrobe to like chakras. I've connected to if I want to speak up, I'll wear blue, right? Or if I want to be more bold, right? So I have that, but I haven't actually thought about it in terms of it being like an enhancement of me. So yeah.
Harmonizing with you. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. The psychology piece is definitely there, right? And it's a part of this work. So as we find the vibrational harmony, then we also look for like, what's the psychological edge? Like, for example, your eye color is usually your color of negotiation. If you find the right tone, that's the color that you would wear to present new ideas to someone. If you want to build rapport and present a new idea, you would wear your eye color. You would wear the light of your eyes. And actually, I want to do a trick, but I didn't ask anybody to bring their phone. I'm being spontaneous.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We got it. I'll put them on the materials list.
Okay.
You guys have it because I put it on your materials list.
I am feeling inspired to teach you how to find your negotiation color.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll need a smartphone, and you can either do this right. You should do this here, and then you should also try to enlist some help of somebody else if you don't get a very good photo. So you're going to put the camera basically like right up on your eyeball. And you'll need some natural light. Thank God I'm facing the window here. And then just get a picture of the eyeball. Well, I'm looking up. That's no good. Did you get a good one, Amber?
No. is I flashed. I have to turn my flash off.
Okay. You didn't get another one. You got
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm turning. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, just look at the camera part.
Eyeball. Okay. Yeah, I got my eyeball. Here she is.
Okay, great. So can you zoom in to the eye and see like what's the color? I feel like because I, spent time with you, I think you have some like copper tones in your eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah.
So here's the thing. What you want to look for is the lightest part of your eye color. The lightest part, which is where the light is going through, where the light is moving through, the lights of your eyes. Now, when I create, let's say like a palette for somebody, like here's a palette. This is not mine, right? Like let me just see. Here's the primary eye color. So they have several shades of the same color. This was somebody with like some sort of like goldish brown eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their negotiation. So right now we're working to isolate one of these shades, right?
Okay.
The lightest one. So for example, you can see, let me see if you can you see mine where like the lightest part is this like green?
Yeah, greenish.
Okay,
yeah.
So now I want to show you. I have clothes on my desk today. So this is my color of negotiation. So you see how that connects you to my eyes?
Totally.
So when you wear that, so here's the thing, if you're asking for a raise, if you're presenting a new idea, if you are going to tell your spouse that you want to sign up for some crazy coaching program, wear your eye color. This is your color of negotiation. Or if you're not getting along, this is, it's also just such a big tool for communication, like what you were saying, the psychology piece of it. Like you were saying, well, I wear blue if I want to be bold, if I want to be powerful, and I want to wear red when I want to be bold. But it's like, but what shade of blue and what shade of red, right? Like what's the one that harmonizes with your hair, skin, and eyes and still communicates the thing that we're wanting to communicate?
It's so interesting because I don't wear very many colors. Like, I was just thinking about coppers. I just started wearing more browns, but now I'm going to be paying attention to like the colors, the shades of brown that I'm wearing, and coppers and some of that golden stuff. I don't wear it very often. So I'm like, oh, a new color to play with.
Yes. And you're so rich in your pigmentation, right? Both of us are, you and I. We're both very rich in the pigment of like our hair and skin and eyes. And so it's really important to wear things that are rich in pigment to harmonize with. So that's like one of the basic things is like, don't wear any colors that are muted outside of white or ivory, because everything else is just going to wash you out, because you're very strong. You're created with a lot of strength being communicated through your hair and your skin and your eyes, your features even, right? Mm-hmm. There's this like, almost like tribal, I can sort of like see these ancient parts of you coming forward sometimes when I look at your face, and playful too, yeah, all the playfulness. But that is, that's strength. Like there's strength that's being communicated in your features and the shape of your features. And so you just want to stay with that versus someone who is very delicate, like someone who has very small features, very small nose, very small mouth, very straight, like long blonde hair. I have a friend who, and client who looks like Kate Hudson, and so it's like everything is just tiny and fair, and so there's not a lot of there's a lot of light moving through, so the pigment isn't very rich, and her features are much smaller, so she does get to kind of just not wear as rich in tones, right? Like a lot more of the neutral colors, the lighter colors, more of the dainty jewelry, like just to reflect how she's created.
I love it. So you said if you wear stuff like the same color as your hair, that it washes you out. Is that what you said?
I said if you wear the same color as your hair, it washes you out?
No, you were saying something. I forget. You said something about like, because you were talking earlier about shades. And you said if you wear something the same color as your hair, I forget. Darn it. Okay. I was trying to remember what you said, but.
I don't know what I said, but that's not what I said, because hair color is super, super important. So the hair color, again, like Mother Nature doesn't make mistakes. So, okay, here's another thing I want to say. It's all about honoring what is already there. So we want to mimic, like, did you saw, we took a picture of our eyes, we picked the light of what is there, we honored it by finding the exact shade. So we're honoring everything that is there. So we're going towards what she's created and replicating it as many times as possible rather than coming away from it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a funny story that I always tell. There was a woman I met a few years ago at Emerging Women in New York, and she really, we ended up working together, but in the process of like being at the lunch line, she says to me, she was of Indian descent, but lived in another country. And she goes, well, my mother always said that I have olive skin, so I shouldn't wear olive. It will make me look green. And so here's the place where I want to say, the mamas don't know what they're teaching you. Because first of all, nobody has olive skin, but I know what she means, because it's like, similar to my skin tone. It's kind of, but nobody has like green skin. It's like rose skin or gold skin or, like peach skin. And then even so, it's like olive is one of her neutrals. Olive is one of the bases of her wardrobe now. And it was like, that is just such misinformation. You have olive skin. If you wear olive, it's going to make you look green. Olive is actually like army green. Olive is pretty much one of the only colors that every human almost can wear and look good in. Almost.
That's crazy, because my mama must have been hanging out with your lunch lady's mama, because my mama told me the same thing. She's like, green, bad color for,
it depends what green, right? It's like, this green that works for my gold eyes is not going to work for you, sister. Right?
Yeah. It's going to make me look like puke.
It would probably not look good. And it wouldn't bring you alive. Let's see. So I'm just looking at the time and I'm wanting to know what direction to take us in. I think I'm going to use these boards for just a moment, just to show a little bit more about vibration. And then we're going to turn this around and apply it to you guys. Okay. So a lot of the work, I want to say this. So it's like vibration and seeing yourself, and then the opportunities that happen when you've really seen yourself, when you've really seen your beauty, and how willing you become to let your others see you. Because people have a lot of stuff around being seen. I did not. I've always loved attention, but I do acknowledge that as part of the journey. And so I'm going to be talking about seasons and archetypes. So I'm going to be talking, these are 4 primary archetypes. A lot of times when I go deeper with people, there's 9 sub archetypes that each woman gets to embody as a way to unlock her own self-expression. But I want to just bring your attention again to the vibrational aspects of this board. So here's an image. You can see there's a light coming through this board, and the light that's coming through it is the sunlight. And you can see that there's like a buoyancy. Can you see like that the energy of the board is kind of like,
yeah, it seems like sunshine and starlight and happy.
Joy, yeah. So the archetype of this is the bringer of joy. And this is the spring, right? This is the spring. The spring is when the earth creates herself newly. It's, everything is like dewy and moist, and the grass is like so bright green. All the flowers, all the lightweight flowers come into bloom, like the tulips. And, this is the spring person. The spring person, like, this is the vibration that the spring person needs to embrace to become more and more fully herself, which is the archetype that she is the bringer of joy. Except most springs tend to have, and there's a shadow aspect to each gift, right? So there's I'm the bringer of joy, but I'm really afraid that I'm not going to be taken seriously. So that's on the other side of it. Of course, the bringer of joy, who looks like a fairy and a kitten and a puppy and a sunflower and a rainbow wrapped into one, is going to be afraid she's not. And so Kate Hudson is that. Matthew McConaughey is that. There are different, I'm trying to think. I used to think Michelle Obama was that, but I'm not sure. But it definitely goes across all races, so it's not just always like the blondes. So I wanted you to just see the frequency here. And then see the frequency here.
Ooh, I love her.
Yeah, so like the colors are deeper, but the energetic is a lot quieter, right? Can you feel that? Just got way quieter, like loud, quiet, loud, quiet. And so this is the external, but it matches the internal, right? And you can see the inner light coming through here is the twilight. And that these lights that I'm talking about, like they come through people. You can see it. Katie Holmes is a really good example of this. This like the summer archetype, the soft, sweet, feminine, flowy, is not really in the media very much. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint Katie Holmes even. She doesn't really seek the spotlight. She's very feminine, she's very soft. Are you gonna say something?
Yeah, so this is summer right here, you're saying?
And the reason the colors are like a lot deeper is because the sun in the summer actually scorches the moisture out of these like very vibrant colors that were in the spring, and the colors become deeper and more muted. They kind of more blend with each other. It's also the time where we seek the shade, where we slow down. It doesn't matter where you are in the northern or southern hemisphere, you just slow it way down. And so you can experience the softness and the slow romance, sort of like that comes through this image. And then,
but sorry, before we go, so the first was the bringer of joy. What's this archetype? This is the
I've changed her several times. I guess for like the female, it could be like the princess and the lady. I've also called her the equalizer, because it's really like the equalizer for the male and the females. She just has an equanimity that is very inherent that she brings into the room. So this person, their gift is their softness. And yet what they tend to be concerned about is that they're going to be perceived as weak. So of course the gift is literally the shadow is the other side of that. So when nobody can be this person, like this person cannot be this person. So when we can come into harmony with who our essence is, a lot opens up. And again, it's a process. So it's really, I mean, sometimes, I work with people for like a year and a half on this stuff, and it's, I'll say it's a process in the beginning, and then, a year into it, they're like, oh my God, it's a process. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I'm just gonna show you these guys quickly. So this is the autumn. This is, Earth is like, in her most abundant, like textures and complexity and colors and everywhere. And the, this is the autumn. The autumn person has this fire, this intensity that is their gift, this explosion of leaves, like that's the autumn person's gift. And they tend to be concerned that if they express their power, it's going to be too much. And I know that everybody could probably relate to more than one of these. So just know that sometimes people will say, well, I'm not typeable. And I'm like, that's not true. Because there's a place to come home for everyone, but we all do relate to all of them. So nobody is more than one thing. It's, yeah.
And what's this archetype?
This is, it's like almost like the general. It's like, the general isn't the word. Like I've called her the lioness for the woman, and then like the general for the man. It's Susan Sarandon is this. I believe Oprah might be this, but it's really hard to tell because she has really good makeup artists and wears so many different things. Sometimes I'm like, this is definitely her, and then I'm like, but this is the most likely what I think she is. Eva Mendes is this. Hugh Jackman is this. So a lot of fire energy, a lot of warmth. Like you'll never accuse this person of being cold. Like they're just not, there's so much warmth and fire. The firelight is coming through them. And then showing you this board. This is the winter board. And this is what you are, my dear Amber.
Really? That's so funny. I'm like looking, I'm like, I like, because I do wear lots of leopard.
Well, I love that you are animal print too, because you are like, you know, with you, I think one time I told you, I was like, I love you with the animal, like you had feathers and animal print. I was like, yeah, the wildness, like, let me see more of that. And so this is the moonlight energy. This is the light that's coming through. You can feel it's more quiet, like it is strong, but it is more quiet again, like the summer board was, except, let's see, like, look at the difference, right? Oops. So this is the summer. It's quiet, but it's soft and romantic. And this is quiet, but it's dramatic.
Yeah.
So ooh, for the winter, it's like owning that drama is really, is something. It's like a piece of like, wait, is this gonna be too much? It's like, no, it's not. And also in the winter, it's the only time we see the earth in black and white, you know? So it's, you know, when the snow's covered the ground and the moon is set against the pitch black sky, and the winters are the only ones that get to wear black and white and not create this connection for others.
Question.
Yeah.
On this archetype here. So, okay, I'm doing this for everybody that, I'm doing this for everyone that is like me, that's like taking notes. It's like, wait, I don't have this piece of information.
The last one was the priestess.
She's Moonlight's a priestess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. And then we talked about the shadow side of all of them, except for priestess.
Yeah, so the gift of winter, if you think of the winter season, it's when the earth goes inward. So the gift of winter is, you know, what is possible in terms of mastery, in terms of relationship with self. So through relationship with self, I master this. Through relationship with self, I master this. And the concern generally tends to be, I'm going to be perceived as cold and distant, which is, again, the side of the same thing. And so with all of that, hopefully I'm not overwhelming you guys.
No, I love it. We always have different speakers. Every year we have one that's like, just like so much. We're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's okay, ladies. You're all taking notes, and we have notes. So we can help remind each other of everything I need to say. But so I love these different archetypes, spring, summer, autumn, winter. So I know my people are thinking like, okay, well, Anahita, help me. Like,
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it now.
I want to know what I'm doing. Who am I?
Hopefully you're gonna be next to a mirror, or bring a mirror next to, did we tell you to bring a mirror? Amber's notes.
It's on the materials list. Yes, mirror.
So you have the clothes that you brought. So here's what we're gonna work with. So I have black hair, so I am wearing a black shirt. So I'm just gonna use that to teach you. What I'm gonna have you do is I'm going to have you, okay, so you wanna have no makeup on. If you have it on, take it off, because it doesn't work if you have it on. Thankfully, I know Amber, so I already kind of know what she is with or without makeup, or with or without lighting. And so you're gonna be holding different materials, different clothing that we told you to bring next to your face. And you're gonna be looking for, is the energy coming towards my face, or is the energy going away from my face? And this is the first place where it's like, just looking for vibrational harmony. So I wanna invite you to just close your eyes for one moment. Take one breath and declare yourself willing to see yourself with new eyes. Be willing to see yourself with the eyes that are free of your mother, your grandmother, anyone in your family, society. Just really seeing yourself as a creation, divine creation of Mother Nature. One more breath in and out. And we can come back together. So from this place, I'm going to have you grab the black and hold the black next to your face. And you just want to look. Does this make me look like I come alive or not? I love your face.
What do you think, ladies? Does this make me look alive or not? I am wearing makeup, so.
Yeah, it's okay. So I actually think your hair is more on like the black end of things. So that does work. It's a dramatic color for you. It's a formal color for you. But it's definitely like a basic. So here's the thing. Black doesn't work on a lot of people. And this is probably one of the places where people get really upset. Like when we start working together, what? And then and then they fall in love with the new situation. But just look at the black next to your face and see, is the energy going towards the black? Because if it's going towards the black, instead of making you more visible like it did Amber or like it does me, because it's our hair color, then chances are black is not your friend. And I'm so sorry to tell you.
No, I can hear the weeping happening now.
It's true. It's true, because it's people's closet is like crazy. So, all right. So now I'm going to have you grab your hair color. Now I know you brought something brown that you thought was your hair color. Okay. So I think, so here's the thing. This actually connects more to your eye color.
Mm.
And so here's the thing with your hair color. The hair color is the most visually grounding color for you to wear for other people. So whatever your hair color is, you want to make sure to have at least a boot, a bag, a bracelet, jewelry, all in that color. Because when you always incorporate the hair color into everything you wear, you will see yourself like become like, oh, there I am. So if you have blonde hair, it's like those camel honey tone colors. Like that would be your shoes, your bag, your jacket, all of the accessories, right? Even a dress, even a whole outfit in that color is very grounding for yourself to see yourself in that. And it's also very grounding for others to see you in that.
That's really interesting. Because it's like I like to wear browns. Okay, so question for people who have salt and pepper hair, or people who are going gray. What do we do for these ladies?
Well, they get to wear, I mean, it's kind of like the white and black combos that are kind of like silvery grays, right?
I have a strip.
Oh,
She's
I love your strip.
there she is, my strip of wisdom.
One strip of wisdom.
It's one, just one.
So you get to also incorporate silver in your jewelry and accessories to really communicate that. So this brown really connects with your eye color. Hang on, don't take it away, but do you mind taking off your layer, your thing? Yeah, so that's not the right color.
I will strip for Anahita only. Yes, just so y'all know. Not the right color for me.
But I want to show you something. Because you're a winter and you get to wear black and white, I want you to just lay that on like one side of your shoulder, like one side like this. And like let it still see the white, and then get the black and drape it on the other side. Right. And
this is so fun.
This is so fun. So let us see the white as well. Right. So this combination of black, brown, and white actually looks really, really good on you.
What you think, ladies?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's connecting the hair, the eyes, and then the contrast that is naturally in you, meaning the contrast that already exists between your hair and your skin, is now being reflected between the black and white, and now we're bringing in your eye color. So that's a really sweet combo for you, like really powerful combo. Like
yes, I love it. So we've got like 5 more minutes.
Great, let's do it.
Yeah,
okay.
Awesome.
So want to get whatever shade of red you brought. And here's what I want to say. So red can be anything from pink to burgundy to magenta. So like these are 2 shades of red, right? I got one from my husband's closet and one from my closet. Again, you just hold it up to your face and see, does it make me look like I've come alive? Or does the energy go more towards the color? So now, Amber, what do you see? Do you see the energy on your face, or do you see the eyes going to the red? I'm
thinking red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So I know that's like one of the
No, I wear red all the time. What's gonna happen?
So it's probably just like you probably just need a shade of red that has a little more blue in it, which is kind of like your hair has blue in it. So it will cool it down a little bit, a little closer to burgundy, just a little bit. It needs to come away from this bright sunny red into a little bit more of the moonlight red. And then that will change the frequency completely. So like this is mine. I have so many colors on it, I'm sorry. This is mine.
Yeah, I
and
can
then
totally see it.
This is my husband's, which does not work on me.
Whoa, you're right.
I'm sorry I have so many colors on. I tried to get dressed for you. So this is like, but this is something like you can see that you mostly are seeing the color. There's no connection versus there is connection. Like connection.
Yeah, you can totally see it. I love this. Okay, so
connection. Key.
Connection. Patterns?
Necklaces. Patterns we're not gonna do.
Okay.
Necklaces. All right. So here's another piece that I want to give you. This is look at your features and decide right now, write it down. Are my eyes and my, eyes, nose, and mouth, are they small, medium, large, or a variety of sizes? Right? My eyes, nose, and mouth, are they small, medium? We got 2 minutes.
Sorry, I'm like looking like, I don't know what I am.
I'll tell you. So you are like medium to prominent, right? Your features are like prominent. Your eyes are very prominent. Your nose is prominent. Your mouth is more on like the medium side. Same with me. I have a variety. So here's the thing. If you have prominent features, if you have a large eyes, a prominent nose, a prominent mouth, you don't want to wear dainty jewelry because it will just make you completely go away. So you see this big necklace that I put on for you guys. So let's try this. This is just like a layering piece for me. But you can sort of see a little bit how it loses. Well, this is, everything I own kind of works. So it's kind of a little challenging, but this is the more small side of it. So like if I just wore this, like that, that doesn't connect with my natural essence because I need something more prominent. That's why these beads are like a little bit bigger, and I usually have like 3 of these that I wear together. Or I just wear something like this where you can see it's like, oh, you see it?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, and I used to, I'm a yogini, and so I used to wear these little jewelries, these little ohms, and like this intense looking woman just trying to be something totally prepackaged to please the world. And I hope this has been fun for you guys.
I love it. It's been awesome. It's been so fun. I already have it. I'm already thinking like, no wonder I love this and this, and I'm going to change this and this. So ladies, in the Facebook group, I would love to see, okay, you can do one or two things. You can either just share your ahas in the Facebook group, like what's come up for you about this. You can also take a picture of yourself with fabric that is working for you. Not this one. That is working for you. And then, and share in the group. And Anahita, I know that you have something for our people too to like help them continue like this exploration of beauty. Can you share, please?
Yeah, I'm so excited. So this is, the link is provided for you guys. This is a quiz. It's a little bit around the coloring that you have and a little bit around your psychology. And it's actually designed to, for the most part, type your season and give you an answer. So you'll take the quiz and hopefully it'll tell you what you are, what you should be wearing, what your opportunities are, and how to dress and how to grow and become more free. Really.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, so click the link below right here for your gift. And thank you, Anahita, for helping us open up with new eyes, see things from a different perspective. And ladies, yes to Beauty Unleash. Woo!
Yes to beauty. Thank you, Amber, for having me. It was such an honor. And thank you for creating this beautiful, beautiful retreat in this soulful, feminine way. I really appreciate it and honor you for it.
Thank you, honey. All right. So love yous. And ladies, we'll see you for our next session. So have a good one.
Blessings.